Hi guys, it's Andy G with another tutorial on ADSR envelopes. So first of all, what is an ADSR envelope? Well, this is something we need to use in sound design. So depending on the kind of sound you're trying to create, you would need to be able to tell people what's the attack, what's the decay, just to kind of describe the sound without actually being able to make it with your own mouth. So the attack, first of all, refers to the amount of time it takes to get from 0 to the peak value. So when you press, for example, the note on a piano, then it's going to start loud. It's probably going to have its peak closer to 0, and then it's going to kind of die away. If you have a cymbal, again, it's going to have its peak at the start, because when you smash that cymbal, it doesn't take time to make its loudest noise. It just goes crash and then very slowly dies away. Whereas you might have something like a stringed instrument, a violin, and you're gradually getting louder. And in that case, then you would have an attack time, and you could use that to cause an instrument to swell up to its value over a certain time period. So to swell up to its peak value. Now the decay and sustain are the next parts, and these kind of go hand in hand, so I'm actually going to explain the sustain first. So after the attack, it's going to hold its peak value for a particular amount of time, which is not shown here. This is just like reaching its peak and then dropping. But after the peak value, what the sustain does is that it holds the sustain value after it reaches the peak. So after it reaches the peak, it will take a certain amount of time to drop to this new volume level. And once you finally let go of the note, then the release comes into play. And that means that when you release the note, it takes a certain amount of time to die away. So let me show you an example of this. At the moment, I am not using an ADSR, so the 3x oscillator in Fruity Loops sounds like this. It's just a sine wave, there's nothing special about it. We can see with the ADSR envelope I've drawn here, the attack is quite quick, so what should happen is it's going to start from 0 volume, but then it's going to rise to its maximum. It's going to hold for a little amount of time, then it's going to drop, and because the sustain value is actually at 0 at the moment, it's going to drop to 0, so what I expect to hear is something that quickly rises to a peak and quickly drops to 0. So let's play this. There we go. That's exactly what we expected. Let's turn the attack up. So this should take some time to swell. There we go. Now if I change the sustain to about 50% volume, so we can see I've let go of the note and it's taken ages to die away. That's because I've got this really long release at the end here. Let me drop the release down to, let's just do 0. And I'll show you that again. So do you see how that takes time to reach a peak and then it drops to this sustain level here? So basically that's how you use an ADSR. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope this has helped.